Emily, first of all, obviously we're at the World Cup draw, very exciting. England kicking off the World Cup against Brazil in 18 months' time.
Yeah, really exciting to be drawn against Brazil for that first game. You know, we've never come up against them before, and I know that they're definitely a new international country to come up against us. But yeah, it's exciting, and I'm sure they'll bring a tough physical side to that first game.
They're one of a couple of nations that England haven't played before as well. You've got Canada in that group as well, and then Papua New Guinea, of course, where you've just been and come back from.
Yeah, it's great to come up against Papua New Guinea. Again, I know that they're again building, and they were a tough side when we faced them at the back end of 2019. So I'm sure that'll be another tough physical game for us. In terms of Canada, we've seen them play in the 2017 World Cup, and again a good side. We didn't face them, so that'll be again the first time England women will play against Canada in the World Cup.
Would you rather have drawn New Zealand in the group stage, or leave them perhaps for a potential semi-final?
I think you can look at it two ways. I mean, we'll have hopefully a good group games, and then we can build into hopefully the semi-final and the final. But in the other side of that is that we could have some real tough games in the group and be pretty battered and bruised for the semi-final and the final. So I think we're looking forward to the World Cup, and the draw for us is what it is. So we'll face those teams when we come up against them.
Coming off the back of the tour of Papua New Guinea, we all got up early to watch the test match that was shown over here. What was it like leading the country for the first time? Absolutely
unreal. The whole opportunity and the experience to go out to Papua New Guinea was a massive step for Women's Rugby League and for England women. We took out a lot from that competition, and it was a real learning curve for us. We fell short in that second test game, and we'll take a lot away from that. I think if anything, it'll probably put us in a better position. We know that we need to work really hard in order to match up to the likes of Papua New Guinea, Australia and New Zealand, and we've got like you say, a big 18 months in front of us to make sure that we are competing at the world stage when it comes to 2020 World Cup.
Big few months coming up for St Helens, of course, domestically, brand new season coming up in a couple of months' time. So close last year, a couple of semi-finals, bound to the ball here and there.
Yeah.
You've got some tough opposition to go up with this year, but I guess it's just that getting over that stage and getting to finals and winning them this year.
Yeah, definitely, and that's definitely our aim at Saints this year. We want to get to finals and we want to win stuff. This will be the third season for Women's Rugby League, but yeah, I think we've got a good side this season. We've had a good pre-season so far, and we're building into that competition, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I think that we will be able to compete with the likes of Leeds and Cass, who won stuff last year, and I think that we'll hopefully be up there in the finals and hopefully winning some stuff.
You've got those four super teams in Australia. We've kind of mimicked the format in a sense with the top four this year coming up against each other, and I guess those more intense games are what we need to improve the standards.
Yeah, really looking forward to that setup actually. I think last year we had some real tough games against the top teams in the table, but also we had some sort of easier run-outs against some of the more developing teams. So for it to have the split, I think it benefits both sides. I think it makes a more competitive top of the table, but also helps the new teams that have come into, the likes of Huddersfield and Warrington. It helps them hopefully build into the competition and get used to the standard and hopefully make the Women's Super League stronger.
It's easy to focus on the World Cup. We've been 18 months away. Is it hard now to think, but I put it on the back burner, I can't think about leading my country in a World Cup final because we've got plenty of rugby to do before then?
Yeah, I think it's kind of always in the back of your mind anyway. We've had a tough programme building from the 2017 World Cup where we kind of fell short and we weren't where we needed to be, and it's all 2021 with it being on home soil has always been in the back of our mind that's what we're working towards, being the best we can be. So yeah, it's something that we're always looking forward to. Obviously the focus right now is Women's Super League and for us to do the best we can for me personally at Saints, but there's a real tough England performance development programme going on behind the scenes, and that'll carry us through into 2021. There's a lot going on in 2020 for us, so yeah, it's always there, and we're still working always throughout the year to get to that World Cup.
Finally, they've launched the mental fitness initiative as well today, and it's an important part of life in general, not just sport, but as we've seen a lot with women's sport especially, a lot of social media trolls, whatever you want to call them, do seem to latch themselves in, not just women's sport, but sport in general.
Yeah, I think it's massively important, and it's great that they've announced that they're going to support players, staff, and everybody involved in rugby league and women's rugby league. You know, it is a really important part of the game, and your physical fitness as well as your mental fitness is massive. And I think, as you say, with the game growing, there's obviously new challenges for us as women, and that's something that hopefully will be able to support us in our performance.